A new discovery from Dane County health officials. They say nearly 3,500 COVID cases in the county were COVID reinfections. Also, U.S. officials are in Munich today to continue de-escalation efforts between Russia and Ukraine. This is News 3 Now at noon. Good afternoon, I'm Mark Kane. Wisconsin Department of Health officials have confirmed the first COVID-related death in a child under the age of 10. The child was under 10 years old and from southern Wisconsin. Health officials say the child developed multi-system inflammatory syndrome, or MISC. MISC is a rare condition associated with COVID and causes inflammation in parts of the body that can affect a child's heart, lungs, kidney, brain, and other organs. Dane County health officials say nearly 3,500 people have experienced COVID reinfections since late 2020. Public Health Madison and Dane County officials say they've tracked 3,450 reinfections between October 2020 and January of 2022. They say one of the main reasons for the reinfections was the Omicron variant, the ability to overcome previous immunities. The Red Cross is helping two people who lost their homes in a deadly fire in Monroe that killed one man. Tuesday morning, a large fire broke out at a mobile home community in the 2600 block of 8th Avenue. 2 homes and 2 vehicles were considered a total loss. A third home was also damaged. Red Cross officials say they're helping the family of the two find temporary housing, meals, mental health resources, and other essentials. One person did die in the fire. Investigators discovered their remains inside one of the damaged homes. Right now, it's unclear what caused the fire. Fire officials say the flames caused about $160,000 in damage. Let's head to the Weather Center now. Austin is here with our most certified forecast. Cold start to the day.
A cold start to the day, but the temperatures have really been racing upwards here over the last few hours. And a current peek at our Doppler track, this is all ahead of a cold front that is going to slam through the area here later on in the late afternoon and early evening hours. Now, this isn't really going to bring a lot of overall snowfall, but it is going to crank up the wind speeds, and there may even be a brief heavy snow shower at times. It's what we like to call the potential for a snow squall. So that is on the table here for late afternoon and early evening hours tonight. Temperatures currently at 25 degrees, and they're going to rise another 5 degrees or so before that cold front does move through. Thanks to that southerly breeze that's helping to rise the temperatures right now, but it's also a pretty strong breeze outside right now, and that breeze is actually going to increase a little bit later on here towards the afternoon and evening. Wind advisories will start at 2 p.m. and they'll last until 4 a.m. tonight. We could see some gusts up to 50 miles per hour, but I'll have all the details and what to expect with that light snowfall later on, and I'll have a look at your extended forecast.
All right, Austin, as you mentioned, as you're getting ready to go home this evening, you might get a phone alert warning you about a snow squall. If you haven't heard of it, Chris Reese joins us now to explain what it is and how you can prepare.
A snow squall warning is something that was created only a couple of years ago, and so far, the National Weather Service in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, has not had a chance to issue a snow squall warning. But today, that has the possibility of changing. Now, what exactly is a snow squall, and what are they going to be warned for? See, these are sudden onsets of intense bursts of snow and wind. And when they come through, especially with gusty winds, you can very quickly get whiteout conditions along with rapidly deteriorating road conditions. Keep in mind, we also have the wind advisories. Winds are going to gust of 40 to 50 miles per hour later on this afternoon. Here's the thing. Just as quick as they come, they go. They're very short duration events, and we want to make sure that you are prepared for those, along with prepared with ways to get warnings should a snow squall warning be issued as well. Now, this should activate the emergency alert system, but also, if it doesn't, the News 3 Now First Warn Weather app will give you the opportunity to do so as well. Take out your phone, open up the camera, scan the screen, and that'll take you to where you need to go so you can be warned for whatever comes our way.
All right, Chris, thank you. U.S. officials are in Munich making the case for diplomacy as the world awaits Russia's next move in Ukraine. Skylar Henry reports from the White House.
Vice President Kamala Harris is meeting with world leaders in Munich amid growing tensions between Russia and Ukraine.
We remain, of course, open to and desirous of diplomacy. We are also committed, if Russia takes aggressive action, to ensuring there will be severe consequence in terms of the economic sanctions we have discussed.
Despite insisting it won't invade, the Russian military has built up nearly 160,000 troops around Ukraine and has demanded NATO not allow Ukraine to join its alliance.
Even as we are doing everything we possibly can to make clear that there's a diplomatic path. We are deeply concerned that that is not the path that Russia has embarked on.
During a trip to Warsaw, Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin said he's seen no sign Russia is pulling back any of its troops and says the country is continuing to prepare for an attack.
It includes a number of things in terms of moving closer to the border, dispersal of troops, increasing logistical capabilities.
President Biden is hosting a call today with U.S. allies to talk about the crisis in Ukraine. The president has said he believes Russia could invade the country within the next several days.
They have not moved any of their troops out. They've moved more troops in.
On Thursday, Secretary of State Antony Blinken said Russia could attempt to justify an invasion by staging a smaller attack.
It could be a fabricated so-called terrorist bombing inside Russia. The invented discovery of a mass grave, a staged drone strike against civilians, or a fake, even a real attack using chemical weapons.
The State Department announced Secretary Blinken and Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov have agreed to meet somewhere in Europe late next week. Skyler Henry, CBS News, the White House.
And former President Trump has been court-ordered to answer questions under oath as part of a fraud investigation into his company. A New York judge ruled yesterday that the former president, Ivanka, and Don Jr. must obey a subpoena from New York Attorney General Letitia James. James has accused the Trump Organization of using fraudulent or misleading practices to get loans and tax benefits. Legal experts told CBS News ignoring a valid order from the court could result in possible jail time for the individual. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon.
A turbulent week for oil prices means more pressure at the pump, and game on. Peloton cycles into the musical fitness world. I'm Diane King Hall at the CBS Broadcast Center. Of those stories and more in your CBS Money Watch report.
You're watching News 3 Now at noon.
Rest comfortably with brands you can trust at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Create a unique and stylish room with made-in-the-USA products from companies like Smith Brothers of Bern. Select from a wide variety of sofas at a great price.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Water is one of nature's most beautiful and life-sustaining resources. At no fault of their own, many Wisconsin utility customers are facing a shutoff to their water service. This leaves them without the one life-giving resource we all take for granted. And those hardest hit are on fixed incomes, juggling multiple temporary jobs, or those who lost full-time jobs in sectors hardest hit by the pandemic. If someone you care about needs a hand up, your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your water, heat, and power on. If you are in danger of losing your water service, call 833-H2O-WISC, 833-426-9472. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
During Steinhaffel's President's 4-Day Sale, save 35 to 55% store-wide. Plus, take an extra $100 off $19.99 or more. Then get great bonus buys like your choice of a twin, full, or queen beauty rest mattress, just $2.99. This sofa, $5.99. Queen bed, only $8.29. And take an extra 5% off all Canadel dining. All this and so much more. It's Steinhaffel's biggest President's Day sale ever. Relax, it's Steinhaffel's.
He should have used his power to serve Wisconsin. Instead, Ron Johnson served himself. An investigation found that Ron Johnson pushed through a special tax loophole that benefited his own family's business. After the loophole became law, Ron Johnson cashed out of the company for $5 million. Ron Johnson has doubled his wealth since taking office. Look up the facts and tell Ron Johnson to stop passing tax laws that benefit himself.
Why would Stanton Optical choose a spokesbird? They're not your typical eye care company. I'm not your typical penguin. We're a team. There's no I in eye care. Wait.
Get 2 pairs of glasses plus a free eye exam, anti-glare lenses, and same-day service for only $79.
Experience handcrafted and hand-finished furniture by genuine Amish craftsmen at Wanakee Furniture ETC, featuring hardwood made in the USA home furnishings by Simply Amish and other great brands you can trust.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
prices have been on a roller coaster ride this week, which has led to pain at the pump. Oil prices have come down today, but shot above $95 a barrel earlier this week as investors try to read the tea leaves over potential conflict between Russia and Ukraine. And that has led to pump prices rising above $3.52 a gallon on average. Sticker shock is accelerating at the car dealership. According to new research from Edmunds.com, more than 80% of Americans are paying above sticker price for new vehicles. Compare that to just 2.8% of car buyers last year. The average price for a new vehicle is now more than $45,000. Many people are still living paycheck to paycheck. According to Lending Club, 61% of Americans are struggling to stretch their dollars week to week, and that includes high earners. It's even more stark for people who make less money. 77% of Americans who earn less than $50,000 a year are living check to check. And Peloton is rolling out a new video game style workout as it tries to reclaim some of its status. Lane break mode turns biking workouts into a musical fitness game. Users power a virtual wheel as it rolls down a track and are rewarded with points by hitting certain targets. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to CBSMoneyWatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Diane King Hall.
Thanks, Diane. Let's check Wall Street. The Dow down another 277 points. The NASDAQ off 207. The S&P 500 down 32. Well, automakers are racing toward a future where cars drive themselves, but there are some speed bumps along the way. Naomi Ruckham has the results of a AAA study that finds some technologies are better than others.
Many new cars today can do some of the driving for you.
When the steering wheel turns green and things look safe, let go.
Cadillac's Super Cruise technology lets you take your hands off the wheel, but a camera makes sure your eyes are on the road. Other semi-autonomous cars, including Teslas and certain Hyundai models, can steer and brake on their own, but still require drivers to keep their hands on the wheel and send an alert if they are too hands-off.
The system will warn you with the message, keep hands on steering wheel.
It can be something that takes some stress out of driving, but it can't be over-relied on.
Greg Brannon is with AAA, which tested two of the monitoring technologies these cars use. The first is an indirect system that senses if hands are on the wheel. Those drivers were able to keep their hands off for several seconds while looking down. The second system uses cameras, and those drivers were warned sooner to look at the road.
The cameras are much more effective, in fact, about 5 times more effective than the indirect systems.
Why is it better to have an actual camera than just monitoring where your hands are?
The reason is that it's very simple for someone to have their head down and occasionally then just tug on the steering wheel and basically defeat the indirect systems that don't have a camera.
In the study, indirect systems allowed drivers to go up to 6 miles without paying much attention.
How much of the responsibility really falls on the driver?
Well, let's be clear. All of the responsibility right now falls on the driver.
Brannon says the technology can help drivers, but can't replace them. Naomi Ruckham, CBS News, New York.
And the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration is taking a close look at Tesla vehicles and a potential mechanical problem. According to the agency, there have been more than 350 complaints about so-called phantom braking, which is when these vehicles stop without warning while in autopilot mode. And it says about 416,000 Tesla Model 3s and Model Ys from 2021 and 2022 could be affected. Well, still ahead on News 3 Now at noon, Pam Youngie's back with your Friday farm numbers and a dangerous storm system sweeping across the Midwest. Plus, what does Mother Nature have in store for us this weekend? Austin's got your complete forecast when we come back.
Don't miss the biggest mattress sale this weekend. The Mattress Marathon is at Ashley's biggest President's Day sale. Get the guaranteed best offer at Wisconsin's #1 mattress retailer. Plus, save up to 65% off doorbusters like these. Only at Ashley.
Your senator is working with Donald Trump to take away your right to vote.
That's exactly what Ron Johnson is doing. It's why we must pass the Freedom to Vote Act.
With the Bucks, Alex Lasry took a stand.
Alex Lasry has used his power to expand voting rights.
I'll be a senator about action, not talk. We need to protect voting rights.
What makes him tick is his love and respect for people.
Equity and justice make us stronger. Alex gets it done.
I'm Alex Lasry, and I approve this message.
At McGann Furniture in Baraboo, we know that hardworking people want the most value for their money. When you shop at McGann, we've already sorted out and selected the brands that we feel offer you the most bang for your buck. From young couples just starting out to senior citizens, we offer a huge selection at prices that will fit your budget. Plus, most purchases include free delivery and setup. And remember, at McGann, we don't raise our prices only to lower them later for a sale. Discover the difference at McGann Furniture in downtown Baraboo.
RHD Plumbing has the most reliable professionals in the industry. With honesty you can trust to deliver quality products and workmanship, dedicated to being the best. RHD Plumbing now offers complete bathroom and kitchen remodeling, the best plumbers, and everything else you need to finish your dream project. For your home or business, get the job done right the first time with no surprises with the reliable, honest, and dedicated plumbing professionals of RHD Plumbing, proud partner of the Green Bay Packers.
This weekend only, get our very best deals of the season, including doorbusters up to 65% off. Plus, take bonus holiday discounts off our sale prices in-store and online, and interest-free financing for 5 years. The biggest President's Day sale in Wisconsin is on now at Ashley.
Saturday morning, we'll get your weekend started with your top headlines. Plus, we'll have the latest track on the next snowmaker. Julian Seawright will time it out in your certified most accurate forecast Saturday at 5 and 8.
They said it could take up to 2 years before we know the full impact of this injury.
Turning tragedy into hope.
When something like this happens, we will hold you up.
Chris Stanford shows you how a local school community is coming together to provide support for one of their own. Sunday at 10. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Let's check in now with Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report on this Friday.
Windy Friday.
Windy,
boy, oh boy.
and getting windier.
Yeah, I can hear it outside the studios right now. I hope it improves tomorrow. See, tomorrow is the beginning of National FFA Week, and Wisconsin FFA chapters are being very creative this year when it comes to how they want to engage with their community, with the other students, try to get them involved. In fact, Colton Alsum, who is with the Randolph-Cambria-Friesland chapter, told us that tomorrow they're going to have their first FFA ice fishing rally. How come an ice fishing rally? Well, he says that members were pretty excited about it because they enjoy the sport themselves. And think about it. While you're waiting for the fish at that tip-up, good time to have a conversation about what FFA activities happen during the year. He expects that not only students, but even teachers might want to get engaged in that ice fishing rally to help kick off National FFA Week, just one of the activities with the Randolph-Cambria-Friesland chapter. I know that there's a lot of activities happening statewide. If you kind of want to follow along with the fun, change it up a little bit, go to wisconsinffa.org. They've literally got something planned every day of the week that you can kind of follow along online. Definitely engage with your local chapter. Like I said, we've got everything from pancake feeds to tractor drives to school, wearing blue and gold jackets, all that kind of stuff. So I hope that they all have fun and that the community gets engaged in it. Congratulations to our Wisconsin vegetable producers. Got the numbers. More than 58,000 acres of snap beans last year, 53,000 plus acres of sweet corn, more than 26,000 acres of green peas, keeping Wisconsin in the top 5 as far as all those commodities when it comes to production. Let's hope that the moisture situation allows for a good growing season 2022. Pretty quiet today in Chicago. Barrel cheese unchanged at $193.5. 40-pound block cheese unchanged at $198 3/4. Double A butter unchanged $2.69 a pound. So apparently the dairy traders decided they were going to extend their weekend even just a little bit more. Remember, Monday is President's Day. All of our agriculture markets will be closed and the Farm Babe will be out. So I'll catch back up with you on Tuesday.
Mattress shopping or something?
Something. I don't know. I'll find something to do. Probably be in here working, but just not in front of the camera.
All right. Well, have a good weekend. We'll see you Tuesday.
See you later.
Now onto a dangerous storm system sweeping across the country. Blizzard conditions caused chaos on the roads in multiple states, and there's also been heavy rain, flooding, even tornadoes. Blizzard conditions shut down I-55 in Towanda, Illinois, after a pileup involving 50-plus cars and trucks. Record-breaking snowfall fell in Kansas City, Missouri, where they reached more than a half a foot of snow in one day. Elsewhere in the state, the St. Louis area was battered with heavy rain and flooding. The South wasn't spared either. In Alabama, reports of at least 3 possible tornadoes ripped through the state overnight. Bad storm. Hopefully it's winding down. Here's Austin now with our weather.
Yeah, it really is winding down, even on parts of the East Coast. And this is our weather outside right now. We have some sunshine. It feels decent, but we're really seeing those winds picking up, as mentioned here not too long ago. A few things of note, though. A few evening commute snow showers still looking very likely, and that will likely cause a few concerns on some roadways. We're not expecting a lot of overall snowfall, but a dusting, a few tenths of an inch here and there. And with it falling within just a few minutes here, between around 30 and 60 minutes, we're really going to see that stacking up quickly, but again, it really won't be too much. Upper 40s will return by Sunday. Some snowfall still possible for this upcoming Monday and Tuesday, but what's left of that storm that we were just talking about, there's really not too much left of it. Most of it has already moved out of the even the United States for the most part here, leaving just a few flurries and lighter snow showers. But what we're looking at is our next cold front that's going to likely move through here. You can see where we're tracking that line of some snow showers, and that's it right there. So we're not, again, going to see a lot of snow with this, but it could be enough to cause some slick spots during your evening commute home later on tonight. Currently, things are looking quite nice out there, but also with this cold front moving through, we're really going to see those winds picking up, even more than the breezy conditions that we have outside right now. Wind advisories go into effect at 2 p.m. They last until 4 a.m. overnight tonight. Again, with this, we could see winds gusting up to 50 miles per hour at times. Current wind speeds, these are our sustained breezes, and we're right in between around 10 and 20 miles per hour. Even around Mineral Point, Platteville, Monroe, and Janesville, we're between around 20 and 30 miles per hour. So some of those stronger winds are already starting to make their way through. The future track is going to show that next round of some snowfall. Again, we could see some snow that will be heavy at times, but that at times will only be a good 30, 60-minute period, and then afterwards it's clearing out for the rest of the night. But with that, it could cause a reduction of visibility. It could cause a few slick spots on some roadways, and then it's going to clear out overnight. It's going to take a lot of the clouds with it as well, so temperatures will cool right back down to the single digits. Tomorrow afternoon, high temperatures only in those upper teens. Then we're really going to crank up those temperatures by the time you reach Sunday. The 40s are going to return to our forecast. But in terms of our future track and how much snow we're going to see, less than an inch. Most of us are also going to be less than a half of an inch as well. Not a big snow producer, but with the nature of this system, it could still cause a few slick spots on some roadways. And we're still also watching out for Monday and Tuesday. This system has shifted up to the north ever so slightly, so now it is reintroducing that chance to actually see a bit of even freezing rain here in some of our southernmost communities. But for right now, our extended forecast, it does show that warm Sunday ahead of us. That next system will cool us right back down, and afterwards, we're not really seeing as nice of a recovery as what we're seeing even here today. Those temperatures are going to stay quite cool, much cooler than average here for a time.
Winter's not over yet.
It's not over yet. I'm sure we're still going to see many more snow chances before it's all said and done.
I'm sure we will. All right, Austin, thank you. Up next, coffee lovers will want to see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
If you love a frothy latte but don't care for the big prices that most coffee shops charge for them, then today is your lucky day.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Are you ready to make junk disappear?
I am so looking forward to this.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point. Any first item removed? Just $89.
Don't miss the biggest mattress sale this weekend. The Mattress Marathon is at Ashley's biggest President's Day sale. Get the guaranteed best offer at Wisconsin's #1 mattress retailer. Plus, save up to 65% off doorbusters like these. Only at Ashley.
Guys, do you suffer from erectile dysfunction? Now there's great news. Peak Performance for Men will help you regain your performance and confidence naturally. Peak Performance for Men uses an advanced form of acoustic wave therapy, clinically shown to open up and regrow blood vessels, restoring normal and natural functionability where it counts most. There are no needles, no surgery, and best of all, no pain. Call now and receive an ultrasound, your initial consultation, all for free, and over $300 value. Call Peak Performance for Men today.
But Senator Ron Johnson is putting...
You know what's interesting? Liberal groups have already spent $12 million falsely attacking me and engaging in the politics of personal destruction. Their allies in the media have dutifully piled on. Why? Because they can't defend the disastrous results of their policies. During this campaign, I intend to discuss issues that impact your life. I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message because I'm concerned about inflation, open borders, and rising crime, just like you.
If you stutter on the phone, speech-to-speech is for you.
Hi, Nihada. This is Andy Smith, and I was calling to see if our home loan has been approved.
A specially trained operator revoices a conversation to the person on the other end of the line.
Hi, Nihada. This is Andy Smith, and I was calling to see if our home loan has been approved.
Oh, Andy, we have great news. You've been approved for the full amount.
To learn more about speech-to-speech relay service, go to wisconsinrelay.com.
This weekend only, get our very best deals of the season, including doorbusters up to 65% off. Plus, take bonus holiday discounts off our sale prices in-store and online. And interest-free financing for 5 years. The biggest President's Day sale in Wisconsin is on now at Ashley.
Are you ready to make junk disappear?
I am so looking forward to this.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point. Any first item removed? Just $89.
Have you seen the crazy prices that some coffee shops charge for a simple latte? And even with that, the line is out the door. For those of us who are watching our pennies, yet aren't willing to give up our specialty coffees, here's an easy way to whip up a mocha latte at home that's budget-friendly and really yummy. The first thing we do is combine some sugar, cocoa powder, espresso powder, and a bit of cinnamon in a saucepan. After mixing it, we add some water and bring it to a boil. Once it starts to thicken up, we remove it from the heat and add a generous splash of vanilla. This is going to be the base for our lattes. In another saucepan, we heat some half and half. I usually figure 1 cup per mugful. Here, we have enough for Kelly and I. Once it's hot, but not quite boiling, we pour it into a mug and add a tablespoon of our mocha latte syrup. Give it a good mix and we're good to go. It's so rich and creamy. You're gonna love it, and the best part, you don't have to deal with those long coffee shop lines or break your piggy bank to have one. To get the recipe for our steaming mocha latte, all you have to do is visit our website. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a trendy yet thrifty way for you to say, ooh, it's so good. Good, isn't it?
Very.
All right, Howard, thank you. Here's Austin now. One final check of the forecast.
And you know, you'd think I'd drink a ton of coffee with the weird hours we work sometimes here. I'm not a big coffee drinker, but I'll eat that sugar stick on top all day long. And outside right now, it feels decent, but it is quite breezy, and those winds are just going to increase. Now, those snow showers are looking to move through here for most of us between around 5 and 8 p.m. They could bring heavy snow at times, but it won't stack up much. We're looking at about a dusting to a few tenths of an inch. But whenever that snow is falling, it could reduce visibility enough here to actually cause some road concerns. And there may be also a few slick spots out there. Then taking a peek at our extended forecast, Saturday staying dry with some sunshine, but much colder there with a high of only 19 degrees. And then the temperatures, they are going to crank up for our Sunday. It'll be a breezy Sunday, but with a high of 47 degrees, it's still going to feel quite nice.
All right. Thank you, Austin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. In the meantime, have a great afternoon.